I've been kind of messing around doing the palming Dr. Charles Cullen lip slurs and lip trills, and I've been finding it quite tough. I mean, you can't use any mouthpiece pressure. So I'll just give you an example. You do the horn here. It's palmed. So you make your hand. Now, French horn players will probably have to do this. Trombone players maybe also. Baritone players, I'm not exactly sure how you would do that unless you could put your, like, how a tuba will put their tuba in a big tuba stand. And if you put the tuba in the stand and you just went up to it with the mouthpiece like that, that would be almost the equivalent. So if you could put your euphonium or baritone in some kind of a stand, then you could probably get the technique we're after here. So you make your hand like a shelf, and I was just kind of messing around doing some lip trill, just seeing where I was at. As you've heard in other past tutorials, I've been able to lip trill pretty decently up to triple G's, but that was using a tremendous amount of mouthpiece pressure at the very end, so that was pretty tough for me. But here I am. I'm going to just do it this way so you can see. That's C to E easy. Obviously that's E to G, G to B flat, B flat to C, okay, so that was B flat to high C. Now, also I'm doing these rather loud. I would say that was just pushing probably forte. You're not going to get too much out of your lip trills in the Charles Cullen book if you're playing them pianissimo or piano. I recommend all my students that were at least at the MF mark. MF to F is good. Probably fortissimo is not good. You're going to be blowing so loud, you're going to be defeating the purpose of the technique. So keep these around MF to F. So that was a B flat to high C. So palming. Now look how I got it. I don't know if you can see. I'm only using the weight of the horn. I'm not doing this. I'm not grabbing and pulling. There we go. Let's try to go a little higher. That was C to D. D to E. So this will probably come out flat. And then, geez, I don't even know if I can make this last one. I can't get the G to lock in, but I will get it. So I was going for the trill from F to double G. I think it kind of came out. It got a little bit weak. Let's see if I can get it again. Whew, barely. So I ended up on a double G. Now, folks, I'm probably making that look too easy, so I want you to try it. And why would I say I'm making it look too easy? Well, one of the techniques in my course does kind of focus on the Roy Stevens, William Costello, no pressure system palming. Now, we're not doing it exactly as Roy would have had his students do, because I'm not doing the whole gap in the teeth thing and the forward jaw and the upstream type of embouchure that is the Stevens embouchure. So we're not really doing that, but we're actually doing the physical exercise to kind of strengthen up our chops. So the reason I mentioned that might have looked too easy is because when people come into my course, a lot of people have trouble just doing this. Just going to the E. Now that's just a slur going up. I would say more than half the people getting in my course cannot do what I just did there. That was simply going up to a high G. Low C, G, C, E, G. And to go up the next one, now we're going to whittle out almost all people that start my course. if I had 10 people start my course over the last quarter, maybe 2 would be able to do what I just did there. And then finally, I don't know, if I had 10 people start my course over the live course now, the one that they're seeing me every week live, either via Skype or on the phone, maybe one would be able to do what I just did right there. And that's just a maybe. So take this technique to heart in this drill, and it's a good challenge. I mean, we're all brass players, and it seems like brass players, and especially trumpet players, like a good challenge in the competition and a challenge ourselves. And wow, can you think of a better challenge than this? Yeah, because I mean, come on. If I got on normally, I mean, what the hell? I just did that lip trill from double C to double D, and if I warmed up a little bit more, I know it can go another 3 or 4 steps higher because I'm playing normally and got the right pressure that I want. So this shows you saw that I kind of thinned out going up to that double G, lip trilling it. So if I can go an octave higher playing normally, there's something to this technique, and I highly recommend that you start playing around and challenging yourself. Think outside the box, use your brain. You have to constantly keep moving upwards and expanding everything and advancing your horn. It doesn't stop. It hasn't stopped with me. I'm still looking at areas. Right now I'm looking at the jazz area. Although I feel like for a guy that's, done it for, I'm not even really seriously doing it, but I am looking at it. I am doing some different things with the jazz and jazz improvisation. And I feel like the little effort and input that I've done has actually got me, a couple of spots upwards. So now, do I really have to do all the jazz? No, because I have classical skills and commercial skills that tend to put me ahead of the pack and make me stand out. But I'm not satisfied with that because I want to keep expanding, keep improving. And so I'm looking at the jazz as kind of a last frontier for me. And I've been noticing when I've just been kind of fooling around playing with some of the legends of jazz, the living legends, it's at the point now where I feel like I'm kind of hanging in there with them. I mean, just on some of the recordings, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm able to hang in there with these guys. And jazz is definitely not my forte now. Who knows, maybe down the road it will be. So the whole idea is you keep trying different things and experimenting and adding different things to your regimen to keep improving. What is the opposite of that? The opposite of that would be to, for 30 years, pull out your Claude Gordon book and be doing this. On and on and up. I mean, if you're doing that for 30 years and you're doing nothing else, I can guarantee you just aren't that far along, my friend. Be smart. I'm Kurt Thompson at TrumpetSizzle.com, and here on YouTube, you're a brass instructor. I'm a professional trumpet player and teacher, and I want to ask you a question. Would you like to learn how to skyrocket your range, improve your endurance, and reduce mouthpiece pressure? At the very least, you should discover that improving range and endurance is a process. It is not one book you're going to read, not one ebook. It's not one lesson you're going to take with a celebrity trumpet player. It is a process that you will have to go through. If you're willing to go through this process, I can almost guarantee that you will get fantastic results on this instrument or any brass instrument. And for right now, I would just like for you to subscribe to my channel. Look down below and click the subscribe link. I would love to have you as a subscriber on my channel, Your Brass Instructor. I'm Kurt Thompson. I'll see you in the next one.